So first of all, what I'd love to, as I mentioned, would be, I'm talking about the reason why videos used in classrooms benefit people as a whole. And well, personally for me, from the African Thoughts and Foundation class, what I love about the video classes was it enabled me to also share the lectures with my friends. So my friends were not necessarily a part of the class. They could also be a part of it in a way, and at the end we could still have like discussions. So I'd say that discussions went beyond the classroom level to also those who were not present. I could talk about it with my friends, and that was really beneficial for me because of how interesting it was. And I feel like in a way too, that also makes, enhances the democratization of knowledge, in the sense that it's not limited to only those who pay the fees, only those who can afford to, only those who have the time to come sit in a classroom, but also, I mean, knowledge must be shared, knowledge must be for everyone. So I feel like in that sense, it also puts those who also have the access to computers, it also puts them in there now and then as to when the class was happening. And it stimulates the conversations even further. So yeah, in those two respects, I felt like it really benefited me. And also, it also aided in, as in like having a visual and then an audio store of what had gone on in class was very, very helpful in terms of revision. Or sometimes you forget something, you're like, let me go back and check, or let me go back and, instead of maybe let me go back and read, you could just simply go back. And sometimes I'll just play the videos or the audios and just listen to them maybe whilst I'm taking a shower or doing something, you know. So it also really helped in that sense of also saving time and making the class much more interactive and also beneficial. I mean sometimes hearing yourself like just contributing class was just, I don't know, yeah, it was wow, like I was there, you know. It was really nice. And I also thought of there were sometimes some videos too that we watched in class of some various lectures, and even though they looked really, really old, they still felt relevant, and in a way I feel like the videos that were made in class would also serve the same purpose, especially to those who would come, who knows, maybe in the next generation, as in terms of schooling, they could also look back and also learn from what we did in class, draw from it, and all of that. So yeah, using videos in class also transcends the conversation even into the next generation, next two generations, so long as it's there on the internet. I mean, we all have access to it. So yeah, I mean, I feel like that was how for me it benefited me. And I'd love to see that done in most classes. And last but not the least, one thought that comes to mind is how it also renders the professor as an accountable. And in this case, the professor is not just accountable to the students in the class, but the general public as a whole, whom he has been entrusted to, as in like disseminate knowledge to. So, I mean, my parents would not know who is teaching me or anything, but should they be interested in finding out, they can always go online to actually find out what is being taught, what is happening in my class, and whether they are whether they agree or they tend to agree. So in that sense, it renders the professor like accountable to a much more wider population instead of just those seated in his class. So for me, I feel like these are the benefits of using a video.
I feel according to where they call Kofodio answer and
also we also made a video of one of our trips, excursions, and that also feeds into what I've said earlier, as in like taking a discussion beyond to my friends. So I could also share those videos with my friends. But for that, the only downside is that it takes it out of context. They just see what is happening, but they don't really know what is happening, and it takes me. I would have to explain. Oh yeah, this was what was going on, and this was what happened. But still, it puts them into, as in, it gives them some sort of interest. They're like, wow, that class. I wish I was in there. I wish I had done this trip. I wish I was. But then again, their wishes also come true because from the videos they are able to, they're able to have a bit of that experience that we had. So I would say, yeah, in that sense, it was really beneficial. And to date, it's something that we still talk about, and it's something that I would gladly share with those I come across.
I feel the addition in a senior one also addition in our own saying.
African Thoughts and Foundation classes. I don't know. I feel like I should have done this earlier. It has inspired curiosity, I would say, in searching for that which is African. That which is genuinely African. So I would say that it has inspired me in that sense. And honestly, that was what I came to the African Studies department looking for, and I'm glad that I finally found it, so I can now graduate in peace, I would say. Also I really liked tying everything to Kemet, and the class made everyone, or it made me realize how connected we are as people, that no matter where we find ourselves in these like silly little fragments we've created, we are still connected one way or the other in terms of beliefs, in terms of worship, in terms of thought. And it was an eye-opener for me, and it's really inspired me also to do more of like comparative studies, to also like as in look for that which connects us, as in also go beyond what we just did in class, but also seek the connections in my own, and also inspired me to learn Medunecha, which I'm hoping to gain. I'm just hoping to actually be fluent in it, so I can read the text for myself without having to read translations. So yeah, I'd say it's been a really, really wonderful and great class so far. So far it's been really, really, once again, I'll say eye-opening. I would say that it has exposed me to like different thoughts, and now I know where to look when I've been exposed to the Eurocentric views, and now I've also been exposed to the African-centered view. So yeah, I would say that now I feel, well, let's say at least a bit or all the way competent to make my own choice, and I feel like that should be the point of education, to expose us to all these kinds of thoughts, and especially that which stems from our own people. So I'm glad I got that. Yeah.
That's it. Before for our person,
it's to say that we are
yeah. Oh, welcome.